friends, welcome back to Carrie's Culinary Crafts, and if you're new, welcome. Here at Carrie's Culinary Crafts, we talk all things food. And today I have kind of a food prep video for you guys. I am going into surgery on Monday. So I started doing things around the house in order to get ready for the surgery. Like I did some cleaning around the house and then I was going to do a bunch of food prep for my family since I'm going to be kind of incapacitated for a few days. So I started doing things and I thought, why aren't I bringing you guys along? I should just bring you guys along and put out another video, especially in case I, get behind and don't get one out during the week that I have surgery. So, so I thought I'd turn on the camera and we're just going to do a bunch of things. One of the first things that I did today was went down in the freezer and pulled out some freezer meals because my family is still gonna need to eat, and since I'm not gonna be able to use my hands, I figured this was the best time to use up some of the freezer meals that I have in the freezer. This is one of the reasons that I have them, is for times when I can't cook or I'm not home to cook, or if I'm sick or something like that, that my son or my husband can go ahead and grab a freezer meal and put it in the oven. So I'm going to just go ahead and show you what I grabbed out of there. I grabbed 3 freezer meals. I grabbed chicken enchiladas, and then I grabbed some jalapeno poppers. That will go with the chicken enchiladas. And I grabbed this sausage pasta bake as well. And for Thursday, I went ahead and I have my freezer meal lasagna in the refrigerator, which I wasn't thinking when I put it away that I was going to be videoing. So I have this 9x13 lasagna here that I'm going to save for Thursday. Because Thursday my son will be home from college and my granddaughter will be here, and I'm not sure if girlfriends will be here. So Thursday I will make sure to have the lasagna for Thursday. So, okay, so that's the stuff that I grabbed out of the freezer. Now there are 2 things that I'm going to make in order for lunches or for snacks. I am going to make some egg salad, and I'm going to make some chicken salad. So I went ahead and already did my eggs in the Instant Pot. So I have them here in some ice cold water, taking a bath to stop the cooking process. And I'm going to go ahead and get started on the egg salad. And then the chicken salad, I'm going to use chicken that I have canned up already in my canning pantry. So I'm going to go ahead and make some chicken salad as well. Okay, I have my dozen eggs in here. So I'm going to go ahead and smash these up. Okay, you know what? I was going to leave some hard-boiled eggs in the fridge, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and use all the eggs that I did to make this egg salad, because that amount there would probably be like one lunch for my husband and son. So I'm going to go ahead and just put the rest of these in there. And then maybe we'll get 2 lunches out of it instead of just 1. Okay, that looks a little better. That looks like it'll be at least 2 lunches. And then with the chicken salad, that'll be another couple lunches. So then we should be good for the week. Alright, I'm going to cut up some celery here. We like some crunch in our egg salad. Okay, about a teaspoon of salt. Quarter to half teaspoon of pepper. Teaspoon of garlic powder. Teaspoon of onion powder. And a half teaspoon of mustard powder. And about a cup, maybe a little more of mayonnaise, which actually might just be the rest of this container. Okay, well that was probably a cup. If I need more, then I'll go ahead and grab more, but we'll start with that. Yeah, see, this is what I can't do very well with my hands and wrists. I so hope this surgery tomorrow helps me out. Okay, that looks good and combined. So now we'll go ahead and do a little taste test. That's good. Doesn't need any salt, pepper, any of the other seasonings. For right now, it tastes good just the way it is. Now, I think I was going to leave it in this bowl. Well, let me see how much room I have in my fridge. Because if I don't have much room, then I'll put that into 2 smaller bowls. Yeah, I don't have enough room in there just because of how wide this is. I can do 2 smaller bowls and then I could stack them on top of each other in the refrigerator. So we're gonna do that. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and get started on the next thing once I have all this cleaned up. Now, this prep video is going to be over 2 days. So I might be moving back and forth in between days on this video. But I have this egg salad done. And we're going to go ahead and do the chicken salad. And I have some more dough going in the bread machine. That bread machine has saved me so much with my hands and wrists with the kneading. Absolutely love it. It does the kneading and the first rise process. So all I have to do is punch it down and form it into whatever it is that I am making. So I am going to make 2 full batches of bagels, and I'm going to make and I'm going to make a loaf of bread as well. So I will have the bread machine going pretty much all day or 2 days, because I will need all of those different doughs. So, okay, off to clean up and off to the next thing. Okay, it is the day before I go for surgery. So I thought I would go ahead and make a bunch of chicken salad and put it in the refrigerator. So it will be a nice, easy lunches for my husband and I during the week. So I have here some of my canned chicken. I grabbed a quart of it because I wanted to make quite a bit. I got my husband's cut up celery. I'm going to put some of that in there. I've got mayonnaise. I don't have any Greek yogurt at this time. I would have liked to have a little bit of that to put in there, but we're just going to have to go with the mayonnaise. And I'm going to put some mustard in, and I found relish in the refrigerator that's open, so I want to use some of that. And onion powder, garlic powder, and some green onions from the freezer. So that is what I'm gonna make my, I might put in some dried cranberries too, I'm not sure. But the first thing I'm gonna do is dump out the liquid that's in this. Now that is chicken broth, so I definitely don't want to waste that. I'm just going to pour that into this measuring cup over here. And then I can get it into the refrigerator. I got about a cup out of there. So, I mean, that's good stuff. You don't want to get rid of that. All right. Okay. There is my chicken. Okay, now I'm not sure how the chicken is showing up on the camera, but it has a little bit of a pink tone. That does not mean that it's not cooked. This was canned. It was canned for 90 minutes. That's an hour and a half. It is fully cooked. But what happens is whenever you can something, all the oxygen is taken out of it. And when you take out the oxygen from your canned meats, they will take on a pink hue. And that goes for all the meats. It goes for ground meat. It goes for beef. It goes for chicken. It goes for pork. All the meats, when you pull out all of the oxygen from the canning process, it kind of gets a pink hue. But it's all cooked, fully cooked, so no worries. So I'm going to try and break up this chicken here a little bit. This surgery couldn't come at a better time because I'm at the point that I can barely do just about anything. I can't even pull laundry out of the washer and dryer anymore. Okay. So I'm going to get this little bit of celery. I like something crunchy in the chicken salad. But I don't like to use my husband's celery. I don't have any like celery that's my own. It's just his snack celery. So I just grabbed two pieces from it. So that'll be my crunchy element in my chicken salad. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and I'll put in some garlic powder. I'm going to put in about 1.5 teaspoons. And onion powder, I want to do the same, about 1.5 teaspoons. It's a lot of chicken in there. And salt and pepper. Oh, I forgot about salt and pepper. I want to get about 1 teaspoon of salt. and about a quarter to a half a teaspoon of pepper. And I'll put in a handful of green onions. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of mustard in there, maybe about a tablespoon. There we go. And let's do maybe 2 tablespoons or a quarter of a cup of some relish. And then we're going to need about a cup of mayonnaise. Since I don't have Greek yogurt, I will have to use all mayonnaise. Okay. And let's give this a mix. Looking like I might need a little bit more mayonnaise, but we will. Okay, now this is pretty good and mixed up, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a taste, see where we're at. Okay, needs a little bit more salt. And a dollop more of mayo. And I am going to add a few cranberries in there. Maybe, if I can get the jar open. Okay. Now I would like to add some almonds in there or some kind of nut in there, but my son doesn't like nuts in things. He likes to eat nuts as a snack, but he doesn't like nuts in things, so I will not put any of those. I could always put some on my sandwich or my wrap if I choose to. All right, now we'll give this another taste test. Yeah, okay, that's good. We are good to go. Let's get all that goodness off. All right, lid on it. And there we have some chicken salads for a few lunches for the week. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and make some homemade chive and onion cream cheese for the bagels that I will be making. So I have 1 block of softened cream cheese here. Now every once in a while I will buy those already seasoned cream cheeses, and I always yell at myself because they're so easy to make on your own. Even the flavored ones like strawberry and so forth, they are all so easy to make on your own. So I try, that's why I always keep plenty of blocks of cream cheese in my refrigerator, because they are used for so many different things. And so for this one, I'm going to go ahead and make put some green onions in there. And these are just my frozen green onions that was from my garden last year. And this is the last of them, and I should be good for till I start growing some in my garden. And then I have some of my dehydrated chives here. I wonder if I have some fresh chives. Hey, let me see if I have any fresh chives left in my freezer. Nope, I've got a bunch of dill, but that's the last of my frozen. I have pestos and stuff that's frozen, but I don't have any chives. So I'm going to go ahead and just use my dehydrated chives. And then I'm going to put a little salt and pepper. And we'll just give this a little mix. Okay, I'm not sure when the camera cut off. I got a phone call in the middle of this, but all I'm doing is just mixing those seasonings and the chives and onion together. And that's how easy it is to make a flavored cream cheese. And you can flavor it with whatever you'd like. But this one happens to be a favorite. And there we go. We have some cream cheese. And it sounds like my bread machine just went off, so it'll now be time to go ahead and shape my bagels. my dough here, and this is a honey wheat dough that I'm going to go ahead and make into bagels. So I'm just going to pinch off, a little bit less than a baseball size, like this. And just kind of flatten them out into discs. And then I will go back and shape them in a minute. And I'm just going to cover these with a clean towel, and I'm going to let them rest for about 20 minutes. In the meanwhile, I'm going to get a pot on the stove. A pot of water on the stove, and I'm going to get that boiling so we can take care of our bagels in about 20 minutes. Okay, so I went ahead and let these rest for 20 minutes. Now I'm going to go ahead and shape them into bagels, and then we will go ahead and get them in the boiling water that's on the stove. Now, first thing that all you want to do is you want to pick up your flattened, relaxed dough, and you're just going to pinch a thumb the whole way through it, and then do a little stretch. Pinch your thumb through it, stretch it, and do a little twirly, because it's going to spring back. So don't be afraid about making the hole too big, because it's going to spring back together. This is a little smaller one. Pinch your thumb through it, stretch it, and then twirl it. Okay, so as big as I made those circles, you can see that they start going back together again. So you don't need to worry about how big you make them, because they will kind of contract right back into a smaller circle. So okay, now let's go ahead and get these in some boiling water.